EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Start.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now Richardson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Colts send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Shreds the tackle. Just bowling over tacklers. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Love now to pass on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
1 down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Ready, ready.
This 2nd and 4.
Set.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On the double.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Here we go.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check, smash. Ready, go. Ready.
Throwing. Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Check view.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Now it's Smith running right. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And his kick here is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Come on, come on.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
On the set.
They run once more with Taylor. The ball is free. Taylor lost it. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Steelers 3, Colts 0.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Ready, set.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Set.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. There he goes, left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 48 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Richardson is going to keep it running right. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Okay, ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Inside handoff, Smith, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. On 1st and 10, Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go. Ready?
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Down the sideline he goes. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
Check right. strike. Check strike. Ready?
They'll run with Lynch, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Mega, mega. Hut.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 10-3. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, go steal. Set, go.
Smith up the middle. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Ready.
Love now. That's complete to Smith. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Richardson on 3rd and short. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
This is taken at the 18. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
First and 10 here, and if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Alert! Alert! COVID-19!
Richardson looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Second and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Richardson back to throw it. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's a give to Smith. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Hey, check mega.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Blue check. Ultra. Go ultra.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Richardson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. But Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Pulled in at the 24. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Fight 60. Strike.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ready.
Here's Love. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Now Love. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a 1st down. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. From the shotgun, Richardson. He'll find Bateman once more. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
1st and goal, Indianapolis.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Taylor looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. On the option left, Richardson. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Come on. Hey.
Here's Taylor to throw. Touchdown, Colts! Anthony Richardson. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. Julian Blackmon bringing him down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Second down, Love. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Colts are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 77 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Let's go now.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now Richardson is going to keep it running right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A big play there for Andy. 48 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Okay, ready?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Ready?
Second and goal from the 1. Takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 24. Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
On the ready?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, Plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Down.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Ready?
Love now. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here we go. Here we go. Cut.
A first down carry for Smith. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 97 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot, versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Here we go.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. A handoff to Smith. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Check, smash. Ready, ready.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Hut, hut.
Now it's Smith. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Now Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfielder so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Richardson to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Pittsburgh, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.